After spending 5 days in the Edinburgh area, it was now time to head out to the second part of our adventure, the Scottish Highlands by Motorhome. So, we invite you to come with us as we head to Inveraray and Oban in the Scottish Highlands. The kids were extremely excited, as were we, even though a little nervous about driving such a big vehicle on the left side of the road. We rented this beauty at Go Explore Scotland in Glasgow, which by the way we highly recommend. And no, we're not sponsored by them, this is just an honest review of our experience. The staff was amazing and super helpful, and provided us very detailed instructions on how everything worked. We just had to take a quick break at this rest stop to take some pictures because the view was so breathtaking. Our videos can't do it justice. And we were met with the Scottish misty weather, which just added to the mood and the view. Stick around until the end of our video to see the inside tour. Alright, let's get going. Our first stop after leaving Glasgow was in Inveraray. As you get closer to the town and cross the Array Bridge, you can peek at the beautiful Inveraray Castle, home of the chief of Clan Campbell. Inveraray is a town in Argyll and Bute, Scotland, near the western shore of Loch Fyne, and it has a population of about 570 as of 2020. It is only an hour-and-a-half drive from Glasgow. There are a few little shops along the main street, selling local arts and crafts, as well as beauty products, gifts, and souvenirs. For food, there is the Brambles of Inveraray, open for breakfast and lunch, as well as some seafood options and a fish and chips shop nearby. We arrived in town a little after 6 p.m., so the majority of the shops and restaurants were closed. It is a formal royal burgh and the ancestral seat to the Duke of Argyll. The Inveraray Jail is a place everyone can visit. It was built in 1820, but by the mid-20th century the courthouse had become dilapidated. The courthouse was converted into a visitor attraction as Inveraray Jail in May of 1989, and it is now like a living museum, with replicas of the prison, punishment methods used 200 years ago, and the courthouse with life-sized models. We were bummed that it was already closed by the time we arrived in town. The town was rebuilt between 1772 and 1800 by the 3rd Duke of Argyll, and what you see today is one of the best examples of an 18th century new town in Scotland, and the vast majority of the properties in the center of Inveraray are considered worthy of protection because of the town's architectural significance. The bell tower dominates the town and contains the second heaviest ring of 10 bells in the world. The tower was built as a memorial to members of the Clan Campbell who died in the First World War. It is open to the public during specific days in the summer months, where visitors climb 176 steps to the top and enjoy the view or watch the famous bells being rung. Loch Fyne is the longest sea loch of Scotland. For hikers, you can walk up to the top of this viewpoint, but you will need to start from Inveraray Castle, as this area belongs to the Argyll Estates. It takes about 2 hours to complete the walk with a distance of about 3 miles. The views must be beautiful from up there. The Inveraray War Memorial commemorates the town residents who lost their lives in both the First and Second World Wars. Likely the most popular attraction in town, Inveraray Castle attracts many visitors every year. We did an inside and garden tour of it on our first trip to Scotland, so check out this video after if you'd like to see more of it. The 13th Duke of Argyll and his family live on a private side of the castle, and the part open to the public is very interesting to see, as well as the gardens being spectacular. Inside the entrance hall, their collection includes more than 1,300 pikes, muskets, swords, and other weapons. The architecture of the castle is one of the earliest examples of Gothic Revival architecture, done back in the 1700s. When the 3rd Duke of Argyll decided to demolish the existing 15th century castle and start from scratch with a new building. Queen Victoria visited in 1874, and the royal connection was further cemented when her daughter, Princess Louise, married the heir to the Campbell chieftainship, the Marquess of Lorne, in 1871. The 2012 Christmas episode of Downton Abbey was partly filmed here, with Inveraray portraying the fictional Donegal Castle. As we continued on our journey towards Oban, we drove by Kilchurn Castle, and since it was late in the day already, decided to stop to get a few drone shots from across the loch. Kilchurn sits atop a rocky peninsula at the end of Loch Awe, just a few minutes from Inveraray. First constructed in the 15th century, it began as a 5-story tower house and was the base of the Campbells of Glenorchy, just the first of many castles erected by the powerful Campbells. It was built by Sir Colin Campbell, but very likely overseen by his wife, Margaret, during her husband's exploits in the Crusades. The Campbells of Glenorchy were the most powerful Cadet branch of the Campbells. For over 2 centuries, they dominated the Highlands. Kilchurn was eventually used as a modern barracks for troops, and then a government garrison during the Jacobite Rising of 1745. After the Campbells moved to Taymouth Castle, in 1760 it was badly damaged by lightning, and the remains of a turret, still resting upside down in the middle of the courtyard, attests to the strength of the storm. The castle is now in the care of Historic Environment Scotland, but the inside has been closed for the past 2 summers due to conservation work, leaving only the outside available to explore. As we continued our drive towards our campsite for the first night, the Highlands again stunned us with magnificent views. We stayed at the Oban Caravan and Camping Park, and this was probably one of the nicest sites that we parked at, even though we only stayed for the night and left early next morning. What we appreciated most, besides the most excellent views of course, was how much space there was overall, especially in between the motorhomes, camper vans, and tents. What is it?
Microwave.
Microwave.
And there's the oven here.
The stove?
And oven.
No, that's not an oven, that's a stove. Cooktop.
Oven. Mommy.
Oh, so before I forget, let me give you a quick tour of our motorhome/RV, starting of course with the bathroom toilet area. For showers, we relied mostly on the showers of the campsites, but enjoyed the convenience of having a toilet and sink. Okay. We did request the bedding separate as that was not included in the main rental. There's a lounge area.
We are gonna spend all day.
I forgot to film all the kitchenware available, but we basically only had to get our own groceries for dinners, as the kitchen was pretty well stocked with what we needed to cook. Table area, a cabinet there, where the kids are sleeping.
Show where you're sleeping. Did you show?
Yeah.
Yeah, be careful. Be careful.
There was lots of storage all over the RV, and the beds were pretty comfortable.
This is a present that we got. We got a magnet.
Aw, so cute.
Some whiskey from Mommy and Daddy. I don't remember what this is.
It's like the fudge, a Scottish tablet.
Oh yeah, Scottish tablet. Some haggis. This is like a Scottish drink, no?
Iron brew.
Adam brew. And then some caramel chocolate.
Ooh, yummy.
Hello.
Hi there. Were you watching Daddy? Let me see your shirt, Gigi. Well, hello there. What you doing?
Good. I need internet.
You need internet. Did you get it? Yes, you did. I gave you the password.
I just had 2.
We are about to make our first dinner.
Internet. Mommy.
Is it raining? Looks like it's kind of
I have 2 internet.
very quiet campsite in Oban. And there's Gigi in the front. We're gonna make chicken vegetable soup.
Mommy's chicken soup is delicious. This was my favorite spot to relax in the RV.
This is our first night in the van. Open your eyes. Sorry, that's the only way to see you. What do you think of this space?
I like it, but too close to the roof.
There's Daddy. Hi, Daddy. And Caleb is behind him. We split. One big person and one small person. Good night. If you haven't yet, check out our other Scotland videos on our channel after this. And if you enjoyed this video, stay tuned for our next one where we explore Oban, as well as Castle Stalker and the beautiful Downton Castle. Also, if you've already subscribed to our channel, thank you so much.
If you like our videos,
Please subscribe to help us grow our channel.